Very good morning to one and all dear students. So today we are going to discuss the continuation of previous class. We have discussed an overview of the biogeochemical cycles, and we have noticed that there were four important cycles. That these cycles are carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, sulfur cycle and phosphorus cycle. So today we are going to discuss the salient features of carbon cycle. And carbon cycle is one of the most important cycle, that is in biogeochemical cycles. Approximately 0.04 percentage of the atmospheric content is carbon. And why this carbon cycle is very important? Because carbon cycles is very important. The reason is carbon is the one of the most abundant compounds that is mainly present in proteins, nucleic acids, lipids and carbohydrates, and most of the biomolecules the carbons are carbon is present. And the carbon content in the atmosphere, it is present in the form of, in atmosphere it is present in the form of carbon dioxide. In ocean and freshwater aquatic ecosystem, that is present in the form of dissolved carbon dioxide. And in the rock system, in the soil, that is present in the form of calcium carbonate or limestone. Here you can see an overview of carbon cycle and the movement and conversion of this carbon through the hydrosphere, lithosphere and atmosphere, and it fixes to the this particular nature. Then the carbon cycle, what do you mean by carbon cycle? As I explained in the previous slide, the global movement of carbon between abiotic environment, including all the system. I told you the lithosphere, that is soil system, and the aquatic ecosystem, that is hydrosphere, and the atmosphere, that is the air system. And this movement and conversion of carbon based components are known as carbon cycle. And what are the main important sources of carbon? The major sources of carbons are listed here. I told you there are, in the previous class we have discussed about the reservoirs. So reservoirs are nothing but there are some components that present in the ecosystem for a very long time, and such kind of components are known as reservoirs. Okay, and this carbon is one important this particular compounds are reservoirs. So the main sources of carbons are organic compounds, that is from sugar, starch, cellulose based component that is present in the organism, as well as dead and decaying materials in this biosphere. Then the gaseous carbon dioxide, that is carbon dioxide and methane gas, okay, that is present in the methane gas. Then carbon is also present. Then you can see the organic matters in soil. Then the lithosphere, that is the fossil fuels and the sedimentary rocks in the form of limestone and dolomite. Okay, so these are the another important source. Then finally the aquatic ecosystem, mainly the oceans, that is dissolved in the form of hydrocarbons as calcium carbonate, and that is the shells of lot of marine creatures. Okay, the marine animals such as corals and all those organism that is present. Okay, then the main component of carbon cycle are the atmosphere, that is the most important phase. Then the terrestrial biosphere, where all the living organisms are residing. Then the aquatic ecosystem, that is ocean, which include the both organic and inorganic component. Then the marine biota. Then the sediments, that include the fossil fuels, freshwater ecosystem and non-living organic material. Okay, then the interior part of the earth, such as the mantle and the crust. Okay, and this carbon stores interact with the other components through this biogeochemical process. So these are the major component of carbon cycle. Then I told you the degradation of the carbon from the complex biomolecules such as starch, cellulose, that and all the proteins, carbohydrate, all those things are present, and that degradation contribute lot of carbon based products. So what are the major parameters that involves in this particular degradation? The main thing is nutrient availability, the availability of the nutrients, then the biotic factors such as the hydrogen ion concentration, that is pH, the oxidation reduction potential, okay, that is the redox potential, the oxygen level, and the osmotic condition that is present in the ecosystem. Then the microbial community. So I told you the mainly the bacteria, fungi, actinomyces, and algae, etc. are the main important parameters. Then the basic carbon cycle in the environment, that is clearly you can see the basic carbon cycle in the environment. There are something is highlighted in the red in color in this cycle, and some phases you can see that is highlighted in the blue in color. Okay, so whatever it is highlighted in red in color, that is the anaerobic part, and whatever it is highlighted in the blue in color, that is aerobic part. So what this part is known as, the main important process of carbon cycle is the carbon fixation. How the carbon is fixing in the ecosystem through this anaerobic process, and how the carbon is fixing through the ecosystem through aerobic process. So here you can see the organic matters, that is the organic carbon dioxide that convert into methane by one group of organisms known as methanogens. Then similarly the organic matter that will be converted into carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and again methane by various biological process, and this particular carbon dioxide fix into the organic matter, okay, in the form of carbohydrate. Similarly here also the carbon dioxide, but this is aerobic process, and this carbohydrate is mainly from respiration, mainly involved in respiration, and this methane, it is involved in this aerobic fixation, that is in the form of carbon dioxide, and carbon monoxide oxidation also contribute, and this carbon also got fixed. And there are two important organisms, photoautotropic microorganism and chemoautotropic microorganism. So these two are the important nutritional classifications of bacteria, you know. So these two organisms play a very vital role in the fixation of carbon in the case of both aerobic and anaerobic phases. So the methane can be produced from the inorganic substrate such as carbon dioxide and hydrogen from the organic matter. Then I told you carbon monoxide also it is present. Okay, so there is a carbon monoxide oxidizing bacteria plays a very vital role in this particular steps. Then what are the major steps of carbon cycle? So here you can see all the steps are highlighted here. Then there are four important steps that is involved in the carbon cycle. One is photosynthesis. The first step is photosynthesis. Second one is the respiration, both aerobic and anaerobic. Then next one is weathering of rocks. The next one is auto and factory emissions. Okay, so as I said, the carbon dioxide is the main component. Carbon dioxide cycle is the major part here, that photosynthesis that is happening from the sunlight to the green plants, and these particular things, the green plants, that is organic carbon is circulated through this hydrosphere, lithosphere and atmosphere, and animal respiration is there, plant respiration is there, and you can see microbial respiration is also happening, and that is the respiration part. Then the weathering of rock, that is the rock particle that is forms the small that will be produced by the process called weathering. We will discuss that. Then finally the auto factory emissions, the gases that is released from the factory that contribute lot of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Okay, so these are the major steps. Now we are going to discuss in details about each and every concept. Okay, photosynthesis, as you all know, this is the fundamental process in the carbon cycle. The plants and photosynthetic organisms such as algae and bacteria uses sunlight to contribute carbon dioxide from the atmosphere with the water, and that produces carbohydrate. This carbohydrate, that is the principal energy component in the body, and here you can see oxygen is the byproduct. So here you can see carbon dioxide. The overall equation is carbon dioxide plus water plus sunlight, that gives carbohydrate plus oxygen plus carbon dioxide plus water, then again sunlight gives the carbohydrate plus oxygen. Okay, then here you can see the activity that is happening. The photosynthetic, mainly it is happening, the photosynthetic activities are mainly happening by the plants and the microorganisms such as algae and some cyanobacteria. Then the second one, this is the major important thing, that is respiration. Respiration, that is done by the plants, photosynthetic algae and bacteria, that uses the stored form of carbohydrate as the source of the energy, and this carbohydrates remains as the biomass, and which consumes the consumers such as animal, then fungi, bacteria gets energy from this biomass, and either by using the living things or by the decaying matter. Okay, then the oxygen from the atmosphere is combined with the carbohydrate to form and store the energy. The water and carbon dioxide are the major byproducts. Okay, and you know that is the oxygen plus carbohydrate that gives to energy, plus water and carbohydrate that rich in oxygen, and this oxygenated carbohydrate will give the energy, water and carbon dioxide. And this system, you know that respiration means that is mainly involved in three processes. The glycolysis is where the one glucose will be seriously oxidized to form a pyruvic acid, and this pyruvic acid will be, there will be the formation of lot of molecules of ATPs are there. In the case of both aerobic process and anaerobic process, there are a number of ATPs are producers, you know that. And this pyruvic acid, once it is entered to citric acid cycle, where it will undergo alpha ketoglutarate, succinate, then fumarate, malate, oxaloacetic acid, and from all those things the electron will be released out, that will be traveled from the cycle through a series of membrane bound carriers that is present in the cell membrane of the bacteria or mitochondria or chloroplast that is present in the organism, and that produces the electron transport system. Finally you will be getting the ATP in the form of the energy in the form of ATP. So this is the overview of the respiration, you know that. So this is the next step. You due to this particular process, lot of carbon dioxides are releasing out. The third one, weathering of rocks. So this is an interesting factor. The weather, the water, the rock particle that is present in the lithosphere, where the water will be collected, and the water freezes in between the rocks and gives the forces to crack, and later the ice will be produced due to the thawing of the ice that contract with the waters and get deeper into the rock, and that rock will be getting cracked due to this particular forces. The rock will be getting cracked and complex rock will be converted into simplest form, and due to this particular process all the rock particles will be splitted, and that contributes lot of minor component, that is carbon dioxide also will be there. So carbon dioxide react with the water to form weak acid such as carbonic acid. The carbonic acid dissociate into hydrogen ion and bicarbonate ion. Then the hydrogen ion and water react mostly with the minerals such as carbonates and silicates, and that alter the and other products also. The byproducts of the weathering of rocks are mainly clay such as silicate, then calcium, iron, sodium and potassium. Then bicarbonate ions are also present in this particular process, that also contribute lot of carbon based content to the ecosystem. That is the next important part of the carbon cycle. Then the another important thing, the carbon dioxide, the emission, that is the combustion that is happened through the industrial process, the auto and factory emission. Lot of carbon dioxides are emitted through this particular process. What is this process about? That is combustion or burning of fossil fuels such as coal, oil and natural gas. Okay, so this, when the vehicle, an automobile engines, a lot of carbons are generating. Then similarly power plants and industrial, lot of industries are also produces a lot of carbon dioxide and heat to the ecosystem, and the combustion is the greatest source of carbon dioxide. Then the fossil fuels, that is mainly contribute to the electricity generation in our home, industry and all the domestic purposes contribute lot of carbon dioxide. Then petroleum, utilization of the petroleum and other natural gas and coals produces a lot of carbon emission. Then electricity generation again produces a lot of carbon based component. Then petroleum as the fuel, petroleum for industrial process, petroleum utilization also will be burning of fossil fuel also contribute lot of carbon. So these are the overview of, these are the major event that is happening during the carbon cycle. Then as I said, here you can see these are the things that is highlighted using the orange arrow that contribute to the respiration, and the things are which is highlighted in the blue arrows that highlights the fixation. Okay, here you can see the from the dead matter, that is from where it is starting, you can see the carbon dioxide that is in the atmosphere, and this carbon dioxide that is present in the soil microbes, and that is the photosynthesis will be happening, plant respiration, animal respiration, and the decay material from plants, animals, then decomposition that is due to the microorganism, everything that is circulated like this. Then here also the plants, algae and cyanobacteria, photosynthetic fixation is going to happen. Okay, that will be utilized by the animals for their growth, and here you can see, and that will be produced in the form of dissolved carbon dioxide and photosynthetic fixation that is happening. The aquatic ecosystem also, finally the dead organic matter, aquatic system, that will contribute a lot of carbon based component. Finally the methane and carbon dioxide will be getting produced. So this is the overall overview of carbon cycle. So whatever I have discussed, so that involves all the process, the hydrosphere you can see, the lithosphere you can see, and atmosphere you can see. That is what I told, the movement and conversion of carbon and carbon derived compounds through this particular system and fixing of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, that is known as carbon cycle. Then what are the role of microorganism? Here when you are environmental microbiology, when you are talking about a carbon cycle, we should talk about the role of microorganism. The role of microorganism, there are three important microorganisms plays a very vital role. One is autotrophs. You know that autotrophs are the organism, they are having a special nutritional classes, okay, and they uses carbon dioxide as their sole source of carbon and produces the energy. They perform essential role for the life by reducing the carbon dioxide from the organic matter. Then the first one is photoautotrophs, such as cyanobacteria, green plants, algae, and green and purple sulfur bacteria, and they utilizes carbon dioxide as the sole source of carbon by using the photosynthesis process. Then they fix the carbon dioxide into the organic matter using energy from the sunlight. That is the role of autotrophs. Second one is chemoheterotrophs. So chemoheterotrophs, you know that those organisms, they are the organism, they utilizes organic molecules for their energy source. Okay, so how this is getting, this energy is released through the respiration, the carbon dioxide immediately become available to start the carbon cycle. Then when plants and animal, once it is died, this organic compounds decomposed by the various bacteria and their group of bacteria and various fungi and actinomyces, and the lot of carbon components are going to be involved, going to be accumulated to the ecosystem. Then during the decomposition process, the organic compounds are oxidized. Finally the carbon dioxide is returned to the atmosphere. Then the carbon is stored in the form of deep rocks, I have told you, limestone, then similarly and other carbonated ions. Okay, And then the fossil organic matter also exists in the form of fossil fuels such as coal and petroleum. The burning of all this fossil releases lot of carbon dioxide there, which increases the concentration of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Then the next important one, one of the important end product in the carbon, one of the important product that is produced in the carbon cycle, that is methane. So methanotrophs or methanogens are playing a very important role. So methanogens, you know that methane lovers. So this particular bacteria, and most of them are bacteria and some of them are archaeobacteria, they uses methane as the carbon source. Such organisms are known as methanophiles or methanotrophs. So the reduced carbon compounds such as methane, which will be accumulated in the anaerobic condition when carbon dioxide is utilized in the terminal electron acceptor. Please note that methanogens work mostly in the anaerobic condition. So I told in the beginning, carbon dioxide fixation that is happening through two path. One is by two steps. One is the aerobic carbon dioxide fixation. Second one is anaerobic carbon dioxide fixation. So here it is a anaerobic carbon dioxide fixation is happening. So methanogens also ferment this particular compound into acetate. Finally it produces methane and carbon dioxide. So methane accumulation that is happening in both the natural anaerobic soil and aquatic ecosystem. So the methane accumulation also occurs due to the animal husbandry and the other normal microbial flora of the organism. The environmental methane accumulation due to the methanogenesis, that is one of the important consequences, as it is produces a lot of carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is the one of the important greenhouse gas that is contributed to the atmosphere, and methanotrophs helps in reducing the atmospheric level of the methane. So these are the three important organisms. So in microbiology, what are the important role? One is the autotrophs, next one is chemoheterotrophs, next one is the methanotrophs. Okay, these organism plays a very vital role in the carbon cycle. Then what are the detrimental impact of carbon cycle? You know that the process starts from the photosynthesis. So the man-made activities nowadays, the deforestation. Okay, so the deforestation, removal of all the green plants, cutting off vegetable and trees, that contribute a lot of problems actually. So the carbon is naturally removed from the atmosphere, and carbon is stored in the certain places, that is known as carbon sinks. There are a lot of large carbon sinks are present in the areas, and the deforestation like this, the removal of the plants from the ecosystem contribute, that is there will be a problem, imbalance in the carbon system. Okay, so that will produce a deforestation. Then what is happening? Carbon dioxide is released from the soil at a rate that are damaging to the environment. Okay, so they are no longer the trees are present, and that carbon dioxide will contain the carbon dioxide. Then due to this one, you can see the like the other figure, the figure below, you can see the forest fire or mass logging. The carbon dioxide released in alarming amount due to this particular process, which contribute a significant amount of a green house gas, and that causes the greenhouse effect. So the burning will contribute lot of greenhouse gas. Okay, so the deforestation is a very important contribution to the carbon dioxide emission to the global ecosystem. So that is very important aspect. Then what is the effect of carbon dioxide in the human? That will be contributed the increased level of carbon dioxide. Okay, there is a particular condition. Okay, that toxic carbon dioxide gas, which are colorless and odorless, that will be accumulated in our lungs. Okay, so that is known as hypercapnia. Okay, so that is a condition where high concentration of carbon dioxide is present in the blood level. Okay, the hypercapnia normally triggers the reflex, which increases the breathing and access to the oxygen, and thereby the failure of this reflex system, and then sudden death may happen. Okay, so this is one of the important imbalance of carbon dioxide increase in the human. Then another important thing, as you all know, the global warming. So global warming is one of the most severe problem nowadays we are facing. Without the nowadays unexpected climate change and unexpected weather change that contributed lot of carbon dioxide to the ecosystem and that contribute to the global warming. So the carbon dioxide doesn't absorb the energy from the sun, but it is absorb some of the heat energy, which releases from the earth. Okay, that leads to the greenhouse effect. The carbon dioxide let the light energy in, but all that will not add that will be heat, will not add the heat. All the heat energy will be out. Okay, and that contribute lot of carbon dioxide in the ecosystem. The increased level of carbon accumulation to the global ecosystem, and you can see that create the temperature increase at a range of 2.5 degree centigrade. Okay, probably that will increase, and that contribute a lot of temperature, the overall temperature to the ecosystem. And due to this particular things, temperature rises and the biogeochemical totally disturb, and this the imbalance that will happen. So that is the detrimental impact of the carbon cycle. So that is happening due to the deforestation activities. Okay, that is why the vegetation activities, all those problems, the man-made activities contribute to global warming. Okay, so that is another important thing. So I would like to conclude today's topic, carbon cycle. Carbon is the most important component that contribute approximately 0.04% to the total ecosystem. We are having so many major sources of carbon. How the carbons are contributed to the ecosystem we have discussed, and what are the major component in the carbon cycle. So which all are the phases which is involving in the carbon cycle, especially the three phases: hydrosphere, lithosphere and atmosphere. Then the degradation of how the degradation of carbon based components are happening by the microbial activity, and what are the major steps of carbon cycle. So that is photosynthesis, respiration, weathering of rocks and auto and factory emissions. Okay, then you will be having what are the microbiological impact of carbon cycle, what are the main important organisms. Photoautotrophs, you know that, chemoheterotrophs, then methanotrophs and methanogens are contributing to the to the system. Okay, then the detrimental impact, the man-made activities such as deforestation that contribute to the enhanced level of carbon dioxide in the ecosystem, that is known as a greenhouse gas contribution and global warming. Then the health issues like so many lung and body disorders. Okay, so many other problems also that is contributed due to the imbalance of carbon cycle. So that is the detrimental impact. Okay, so that is very, very important. So being microbiology students, we need to aware of all those things and contribute, encourage the people to plant vegetation. Okay, so that is the important aspects. So these are the important reference that is mentioned in our syllabus. Okay, so so many books we can use, and so many nice reviews are also present that is published by the recent reputed journals, and textbooks are also available. So finally, let us save our earth. The message from this particular topic, what we wanted to take is let us save the earth from the detrimental impact of carbon cycle. Okay, so the you need to stop deforestation activities, and whatever the activity the human is contributing that adversely affecting the carbon cycle. So this is what is the message would like to give. Okay, so thank you for listening, and if you are having any clarification, you can ask me. Okay, so that's all about today's